Welcome, everybody, to the Canadian Esports Championship Series. My name is Wilby, and I will be your host this evening. With me, we have Sam Wise, and get ready for an insane matchup between Timbitz and Passion Posse here in Black Ops Cold War. Sam, are you excited for this evening and the game we're about to watch?
Yeah, listen, this is going to be an exciting matchup. These two teams, if you look at the standings, they're both undefeated right now. Passion Posse, they're 4-0, and Timbitz, they're 3-0. So, and they're right next to each other in the standings. So whoever wins this one is gonna take that second place spot, and of course remain undefeated. So it's looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice, exciting matchup. Looking forward to some Call of Duty tonight. It's going to be good.
Definitely, and I think both teams are pretty well ready. Let's see if they are. I am excited to see this. You know, it is the top. Having top three kind of play each other is always really great. We've seen a lot of power out of the Passion Posse side, but Timbits have definitely put up some great series already. So.
Yeah, it should be exciting. The map vetoes going into this one, we're going to start off with a garrison hardpoint, which will be map 1, and then we'll head into 3 raids, triple threat on raid, so search and destroy on raid, control on raid, and then hardpoint on raid. And should it go the distance to the map 5, best of 5, it's going to be a Moscow search and destroy. So lots of raid as we typically see. Black Ops 2 fan favorite map. Looking forward to that one. And of course, the garrison to start everything off. It's a nice, fast-paced hardpoint map, fairly spawn dominant. So whichever team is better at rotating, whichever team is better at getting spawns, they will end up on top of this one. So looking forward to it. I hope we get to see some slaying out of some of these players. I know some of these players are pretty nasty. So, and it looks like we're loading in to the first map, Garrison Hardpoint. We'll see what the sides are as we go in. Of course, there is one favorable side, which is on the left side of the mini map, and that side is favorable spawns for P2. So the goal when you spawn on that side of the map at the beginning is to try and maintain those spawns going into the second hard point. And of course, the goal of the other team, in this case, it's going to be Timbits spawning on the opposite side. So the goal of Timbits in this case not only is going to be to get the time off P1, but also to push through into the spawns and try to maintain those spawns for P2. Here we go, off the break off. You can see a pretty heavy hit here under construction for Timbits. 3 people on the hill right now. Few gunfights going their way. So they will maintain control of the hill for now. A nice 2-piece from Phantom will maintain control of the hill. And they flip the spawns immediately. Fantastic start from Timbits. And Passion now trying to break through the middle of the map, but getting shut down immediately. So everybody on Timbits except for Friss has not died yet. They've had basically a flawless start right now, getting those points. They're maintaining the spawns, doing a very, very good job. A couple more kills go through right now. Just pure dominance on the side of Timbits. Now, if you're a Passion fan, you're looking for these guys to push through together. You're looking for them to start rotating to the new hill. You start to see them kind of rotate towards the middle of the map. They're realizing that they can't just spearhead through the old hill. Now they got to hit through square and try to get the new spawns. Meanwhile, Timbits, they're on the hill. They're collecting this time, and they're up almost 50 points now. Only 1 point to the side of Passion after P1. Not super uncommon, but you're hoping that they can turn it around pretty quick. Relapse in the hill. He's on a 5 spree, working on some streaks of his own. So we'll see if he can get those. He gets a 6th. And he's just going to soak up this time. So just complete dominance, outslaying right now from Timbits. Fantastic work from them. A few kills going back in the way of the back spawns. But there's only 25 seconds left on this hill. So they're going to have to start to rotate. You can see them start to do that through the middle of the minimap already. Carney's got a gunfight that he has to win. Laying down, and he's unable to find it. Some finesse going through. Finally wins the gunfight and pushes into the spawn. So Passion should have the advantage going into P3. We'll see if they can hold off the push. And Jay with a nice 2-piece there. Passion in a very good position now going into the next hill. Timbits spawning all the way on the other side of the map. So Very, very good position for Passion. Of course, one guy goes down, and number 4, that's Phantom. He slipped through. He's going to help his teammates out, taking out Dom, but Dom gets 2, so now that's going to slow down the push. Passion's still in control of the spawns, though. That's the key for them, and they're picking up all this time, trying to close the gap on that dramatic lead that this game started off with. But as I say that, Frisk comes in the hill, and Passion, they're trapped in their own spawn. They're going to have to try and break through here, get some of this hill time. Timbitz isn't even on the hill right now. They're not doing anything. They're just getting the kills. Now they're on the hill. Now they're picking up that time. Solid break from them. If you're Passion, that's a good hill, though, right? Because they haven't gotten any time throughout. They got 25 points on that hill. Good round for them. And now they're rotating to new. They've got the setup. And Timbitz is on the move, trying to break through the setup. And a few gunfights going either way. At the moment, Passion in control, but Timbitz, they're going to look to change that as they pick up a couple of kills with Relapse with the 2-piece. But the initial wave gets shut down, so very, very good hold from Passion so far. They've got the top catwalk position. Somebody's got to jump on the hill. They do. Now they're fighting in the middle of the map. All the gunfights going the way of Timbitz, and they're going to take control of the hill. Passion now all coming through square, all coming through green. They're just going into the funnel that is Timbitz guns. And a dramatic lead at the moment. Almost a 100-point lead now is Timbitz going up their way. But they should lose this scrap time once that player goes down. He does. So, and once again, for the 3rd time in a row, Passion has the favorable side of the map right now when it comes to the next hill. But they're pushing kind of in the wrong direction. They're taking green control here. And so they're gonna, luckily they get the kill, so they're gonna pick up some time, and they win a few gunfights. So this is really good for them. They're gonna have to watch out because the split spawn is in. Now Timbitz is spawning in the back. They're not reading it. They all turn around. Meanwhile, Paul, he's underneath middle of the map. He's looking to play spoiler, gets 1, gets taken down, but the damage is done. Timbitz now in control of the hill, and those deep back spawns, so hard to block those. Passion is going to be spawning back there now as well. We'll see if they can make anything from it. The split is definitely favorable for them. 2 players on either side doing some damage. Relapse, though, trying to clear them off the hill. With the help of Paul, he manages to do so. So very, very scrappy hill. This is what we tend to see on this final hill of the first rotation. Very scrappy, not a lot of time going either way. And about almost a 100-point lead now for Timbitz. They're maintaining pretty solid control of this game. And again, Passion in control of the new hill. We'll see if this time they can actually hold off. Push coming through green now from Timbitz. So this is a really good split push from them. They get 2 kills. That's going to be the opener. They're going to go in for those final kills on the hill. Noel, last one alive. He's just going to play his life, wait for his teammates. Gets a nice 2-piece. And then Dom spurs into the hill and gets 2 for his own. So fantastic job from Passion there. Now they're going to want to push through and try to get some spawns for P2. Of course, still a good 30 seconds here. So Timbitz is probably going to push through, try and get some of this scrap time. Meanwhile, the fight is going on over on the other side of the map at P2. Luckily, Dom wins it. So Passion is in control of the new hill, but they got to be careful. They're spawning on the other side of the map. Jay's going to have to hustle his way back, and ideally he would die in this scenario, right? So that he can, or he gets both kills. All right, you give him that, right? He gets both the kills. He lights it up, and Passion, they're crawling their way back into this game. In control of the P2 hill is Passion right now. We're looking at Timbitz to kind of break through square here. See if they can block the spawns a little bit, but a couple of kills go the way of Passion, so they're doing a very good job holding this off. A streak comes in from Relapse. Those were earned very early on in the game, but unable to get the solid break. Carney, the last one on the hill, he's going to get flown out from green, and Passion takes control of the hill. They're going to hold this from the front, which is ideal for them because there's only 20 seconds left. They want to maintain spawns for new. Chris, he's just playing his life here on the hill. Finally gets taken down, but his team is already set up at new. They still have a pretty dramatic lead, 50-point lead or so going into the next hill, which is basically as a result of their fantastic opening start. But Timbitz, the first time in a while that they've managed to rotate successfully and maintain control of the new hill. A couple of good kills coming in from the back because, of course, Passion, they want to break through the back, try and get some of these spawns. A few gunfights going the way of Timbitz on the hill, and they're going to fend off the first wave. Passion, they're spawning right in the front, though, so they're ready to come back. But they get shut down again. So Timbitz, with that heavy slaying power, seems to be really a force to be reckoned with at the moment. They're extending that lead. They're about to cross the 200 point mark. So this is where things get scary for Passion, because you can't give up any more time. You have to start pushing for scrap time, because you're going to run out of time and they're going to cross the 250 point mark very shortly. Passion in control of New. They're going to go through a few big gunfights. Jay with a nice 2-piece there. He's going to be in this super power position on the catwalk. And they're going to have control of the hill at the opening. Timbitz now pushing through the middle of the map. They've got a few gunfights to win. Pulp wins one, but gets traded out. So far, solid for Passion. But as I say that, the last one alive is Jay. He's got to play his life on the hill, but he goes down. So now Timbitz, they're going to be able to take control. Relapse in a power position. He's just trying to shut down that green push. He delays enough time for his team to get on the hill. And this is just as scrappy as it gets at the moment. Passion, a handful of gunfights go their way, and they're going to maintain control of this one. And the beauty of that play right there is that they didn't really allow Timbitz to get any time on that hill. So they're still 30 points away from the win. Passion, they're going to have to stack a couple of hills back to back if they want to win this one. Trades going back and forth at the moment, but Jay again left last alive on the hill. He's going to have to try and survive. Just some zigzags going through. He manages to live. His teammates are there for the support. He gets another one before going down. And now Passion, they're in a good position for the new hill, but one spawns in the back. That's Friss. Along with his teammate Relapse, they're going to be able to play spoiler here. As the split push comes in, they take control of the hill. Only 30 seconds to go. Luckily, Noel is there, though, but he gets taken down. And Timbitz is in a good spot right now. They only have about 20 seconds left that they need to obtain, and they've got full control of the hill. They're spawning Passion out. This is the last push for Passion if they want to stay alive in this game. They get 3 gunfight wins, though. Last one alive is Phantom. Phantom's lighting the stage up right now. And with the help of his teammate, they're going to clear out most of Passion, but luckily, Passion, they're in control right now. They're pushing from the front. They're winning every gunfight that they need to win and just staying right on the edge of defeat. They're on the hill right now. Some huge gunfight wins going there. Jay's going to have to win a big one here. He can't. So Phantom wins that one and puts Timbitz in a really good position now. They've got 3 down. They're going to have control of New for the moment. And this is the last ditch response from Passion. They're going to have to flood the front, try and contest this time as long as they can, but get the kills at the same time. They cannot do so as they all finally drop. 4 seconds left on the clock. And Timbitz should be able to take the win off the back of a fantastic performance from Phantom. Some streaks earned very early on. And at the end of the day, they just could not crawl back from the jaws of defeat at the opening break where they lost. They were down like 80 points or something like that. Pretty decisive win there from Timbitz.
I think, yeah, I think it was really well coordinated. It seemed like Timbitz knew exactly where Passion Posse were going to be, kind of, trying to put pressure on, and I saw a lot of, spawn control as well. I mean, from both teams, right? And at this point, you would kind of know that, but it's, yeah, really well played at Timbitz. Very well coordinated. I think, people were memeing in the chat, but they said, this is, they're definitely going to take Garrison on hardpoint. So seems like they did. That being said, though, we are going to what is the next map? It's Raid, right? Yeah, and this is Passion Posse's choice and search. Yeah. All right. So
yeah, so hopefully some nice strats coming out from them so that they can try and claw back from this 0-1 series at the moment.
Yeah.
Very hot start from Timbitz, though. They were on fire at the opening, winning every gunfight. And when you win your gunfights, that's the way Call of Duty works. So
we had what was it? that six streak right in the beginning as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was, I mean, that's really nice to see, just being able to like hold their own, and that I think it was Phantom had the
Yeah.
six streak. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just really, really great. I wasn't expecting that coming out of this, like for a one-off match. Normally when we have like big nights for Call of Duty and stuff, you got all like hype and all this, but I wasn't expecting this, and it was actually really intense. I'm hoping this goes all the way. Honestly, we've had 3-0s basically the entire time we've been streaming, so I hope that we don't see that tonight. I'm really excited, if it kind of goes the mile.
Yeah. After the opening lead, it was basically dead even on both sides. So it was really that opening break that set them behind. But after that, it was
60,
super
points,
close.
right?
Yeah, it was super close the entire match. Very, very clean from both teams. I mean, it was interesting because for the most part of that game, Passion had the rotation at just about every hill, and they would pick up the first like 25 seconds or so, and then they'd get broken, and then the scrap time would go the way of Timbitz. Like you mentioned, Phantom, he broke the 30 kill mark there, so he was on fire, doing some very, very good things there on the map. But looking forward, like you mentioned, we're going into a raid search and destroy. This map is fairly balanced on both sides when it comes to the search, so you can see teams go from either bomb site, try to attack either bomb site, and so I'm interested to see what kind of strategies these teams pull out. You imagine Timbitz will probably try to, because it seems as though they have more of a gun skill advantage in this series, you imagine they're going to be fairly aggressive and really try and push more around the circle side of the map and try to do some damage with that gun skill advantage that they have. We know that middle of the map is also very, very important on this map, because from there you can basically go to either bomb site very easily, and it's a huge power position. So usually what you see is one person goes kitchen, one person goes zig, and they battle it out for the power of middle of the map. And then once you have mid map control, whether you're on offense or defense, it can be extremely beneficial. So going into this one, we have Passion's going to start on the offense, Timbitz on the defensive side on that red. Of course, for those of you who are just tuning in, Timbitz won the first map, Garrison Hardpoint. It was a pretty close one, though. So they're up 1-0 in this best of 5. Now looking at the search and destroy, like I mentioned, Timbitz playing very aggressive in the middle of the map. Trades going through, so it's a 3 versus 3 now. Arnie with the bomb. He's trying to work up circle just a little bit here on Paul. Manages to almost win the gunfight. Tags him up quite a lot. He's chasing a little bit here. Now both teams kind of know where each other are. I think from Passion, what you might like to see is a little bit of, back up, maybe rotate to the A site. But as I say that, Paul picks up a kill on Dom. That's absolutely huge. The trade comes through from Jay. But you can see number 8, that's Friss. He was playing a little bit aggressive. He finally backs up, probably from some kind word from his teammate. Slow down a little bit. It's a 2 versus 2. Let's play the timeout. They only have 30 seconds left to make a move. And Passion, they're going to do what I mentioned earlier. They're going to rotate to the A site, try to get this bomb down, but it's red by Timbitz, so we'll see if they can do so. Barney maybe not realizing he had bomb in hand. They missed the timing, and Timbitz comes soaring in. Trades coming through, and the final gunfight goes the way of Passion. That's an interesting round, because
Very interesting. Yeah, absolutely.
At the end, it seemed like Passion was in a rough spot. Timbitz, they call out the rotation perfectly, but Carney with a sliver of HP at the end. Just absolutely. I would say a pretty lucky gunfight there, to be completely honest with you.
I think Carney needed to go directly to site and need to let Jay hold mid, because Carney had bomb, right? And I think because of that delay, he got pushed off the timing on the bomb. I think he would have had that plant earlier, and it would have been a more decisive round for them. So I think something like that. I don't know if Carney didn't realize he had it or whatever, but that's something I noticed. I was like, why are you taking that mid fight? You don't need to. You only have like 18 seconds. You got to get that bomb down.
Yeah, for a second I thought they were going to cut through mid and go over to B, but
Yeah, I thought they were gonna do that because I mean, I originally thought they were gonna
there's
go
no
A,
reason. Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, that's great. Yeah, and then he comes up mid, and I'm like, okay, why are you going mid? He sits there. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I guess you're just watching and waiting. But
So in this round, Timbitz manages. They're on the offense now. They managed to pick up the first blood, and with that 4v3 advantage, they're going to go ahead and get the bomb down on A. Gunfights going back and forth. Timbitz in a very solid spot now. A 3 versus 1. They've basically won the round. They just need to secure it, and a good round by them. So that was a good adjustment by Timbitz. They basically just soared poolside. Once they get the first blood, they say, all right, we got the man advantage. Let's get the bomb down and let's secure the round. And they managed to do that on the back of Phantom winning quite a few gunfights there. So good round from them.
great round coming out of Phantom here.
Phantom seems like he's going to be the star player for Timbitz. We'll see how things play out in the series, but he seems like he's pretty hot on his thumbs this afternoon.
I think him and Jay are gonna have some fun against each other.
Now Passion's gonna go basically all towards A. Nobody mid map. Timbitz is gonna read this, so they're now making the adjustment. You're going to see Relapse. He's going to rotate probably to the kitchen window or potentially the mid steps. A-bomb does go down, and Passion manages to get the first blood on top of it. So they're in a good spot. Phantom wins a big gunfight, though. That's a good opening. Jay playing a little aggressive. You can also see Dom getting aggressive. They didn't expect that. Passion in a great spot. They're in a 3 versus 1. Relapse looking to clutch up. He's now in a 1 versus 2. What was a 1 versus 3. So if he can win this one, it would be a miracle because he's only got about 10 seconds to get to the bomb and start defusing. And unfortunately does not read Jay, playing a little bit of a ratty spot at the bottom of the steps. And Passion takes round number 3. Definitely a nice mix up there from Passion, a little bit of aggression coming out on their side. We'll see what Timbitz decides to do. They're on the attacking side now. The setup looks like it's going to be a B hit, one going mid. That's Phantom. He's just going to watch the push through. So this is really good from them. There's only one player from Passion cutting the circle side of the map off. They have 3 people in the middle of the map right now, so they're kind of in trouble. Timbitz is kind of reading it. They managed to get the first blood as well, so that's huge for them. Now they're kind of trapped in art. And Passion pretty much knows exactly where everybody is. They're a little bit worried about the water steps push. They also managed to get a pick in circle and get bomb down. So now Timbitz is locked towards that circle side of the map. They have to go pick up bomb. Null picks up another kill. 3 versus 2 for Passion. It looked like Paul may have accidentally missed picking up the bomb. Like he went and hovered right over top of it and then ran away. Now he's in a 1 versus 2. We'll see what he can pull off. Gets the first on Dom. He's getting chased. He turns around. Tags going through, and he wins the 1 versus 2. Huge clutch there from Paul. Ties the game 2-2.
Really nice.
Yeah, what originally looked like a big mistake, not picking up the bomb, turns into a clutchable scenario. I don't think you go for the chase there, to be honest. I think he wasn't expecting Paul to turn around, but Paul with a nice read there gets the kill.
Timbitz in this 2-2, tying it up. Anybody's game at this point.
Yeah. And like you said, Jay sitting on the top of the leaderboards right now, holding his team up on his back. It's like more of a B hit now from Passion as they're on the offense. They take bomb over there. They get the first blood. Now they're going to be looking to clear out that laundry building and get the bomb down. Noel wins another big one in the middle of the map, so that's huge for them. They're going to now progress towards the B bomb site, but gunshot coming in from the water steps. That's Relapse. But as I say that, Relapse now left in a 1 versus 3, so he's in a tricky scenario. I don't think he's going to be able to pull off what Paul managed to pull off in the last round, but never say never. He's got 40 seconds on the clock to make his move. It's going to be tough for Relapse because when you're in a 1 versus X scenario, you want to try and isolate some 1v1s and win them. But unfortunately, the positioning of Passion just too good. They've got the crossfire and they get the trade. They go up 3-2 in the search and destroy. We'll see what Timbitz can do now on the offense. They're going to try and counter. I imagine they might go towards the A site, but we'll see as the round begins here. Pretty even performance across their side. Friss maybe slacking a little bit, but looks like a B side push. Phantom going to do what he did last round, which is just lock down the Zig flank for his team. Passion does this really aggressive defense where they all fly towards the middle map looking for these huge gunfights. This time, though, they rotate back behind the B site. They know where the bomb is coming. And it looks like they're going to run into a few gunfights here. Noel is not aware. He goes down. Big first blood for Timbitz, but gets traded out by Jay. So that's good on both sides. The flank being caught by Phantom. We'll see if he gets a kill in the middle of the map. He does. So that's huge for them. They're going to try and progress up and get this bomb laid down on B. Meanwhile, Dom, he's getting aggressive in the middle of the map. Jay goes down. 1 versus 3 for Dom. They have no idea where he is, though. He could play spoiler, but not quite aggressive enough out of him. So the bomb goes down. Spots Paul just in the corner of his eye and gets taken down. Good setup, good crossfire from Timbitz. I mean, this is a super close game right now. Both teams just trading rounds back and forth.
The great post plant setup actually out of Timbitz. That was really nice. Bunch of crossfires there.
Yeah, getting set up on that rock is always the best. It's such a dominant heady, right? You sit on the rock, and then you have the crossfire coming in from Laundry and from Circle. A complete A-side push right now from Passion. They tried it 1 round and it worked, but this time, 2 team kills coming in from Carney. Got to be honest with you, that's probably not what they wanted out of that play. And a little bit of a rat play going on in the spawn. See if Carney can pick up Phantom. Phantom's just hiding in a corner right now. They might get some bad timing. Noel did pick up 1 on the other side. He gets relapse as well. So what was originally a disaster of a round turns into a 2v versus 2. Phantom playing spoiler here. He gets 1. Unfortunately, gets traded out. So 1 versus 1 for Carney. Whereas he's right on his tail. He's chasing him. He's got to check his corners, make sure that he doesn't get popped on. And Carney's going to make a play here. He's going to cut through the middle of the map, probably go towards B, but he turns around. Almost perfect timing by Carney because Friss, he didn't even catch that. That was just a super lucky play by him. Friss immediately going to turn around and head through the middle of the map. If you're Friss, you got to check all of these power positions and find out where Carney is. But unfortunately, maybe went for the ninja defuse there. But good positioning from Carney. And he manages to clutch around that, let's be honest, they should not have won. 2 team kills right off the rip by him. That's not what you like to see. Some nice shots there from Noel using the QBZ. Now Timbitz on the offense. See what they can pull off. This is a pretty big swing round for them because if they get it, they tie the game up. If they lose it, they go to match point. They're going to fly at the A site, so this is more of a Passion style attack. And see, Passion kind of changed up their defense here. They're playing a lot less aggressive, just playing for information. We'll see. It doesn't look like they have any information on Friss. So Friss manages to squeak through, get the bomb down. Noel with the first blood in the middle of the map. 4 versus 3 retake. This is very doable for Passion. Friss gets some bad timing, gets shot in the back. But the top position from Relapse, this position in the pool house, very, very powerful position to cover the post plant. Carney with the beams gets the first one. Paul now in that 1 versus 2 clutch scenario. Carney's going to try and hop the bomb, and Jay's watching over him. Paul manages to get the kill. You would maybe like to see Jay get a little bit more aggressive there because now Paul, all he has to do is peek right at the right time, see that he's not on the bomb, and win the gunfight anyway. Timbitz with a huge round there ties it up 4-4. I really, really don't like the 2 versus 1 play to hop on the bomb like that, especially not if you can't cover, because that pool house, there's so many angles that you can get shot from on the bomb. Jay's just not going to be able to cover that. So you really would have liked to see them get a bit more aggressive and try to push into that pool house and try to get the pick before going for the defuse. They had some time on the clock to work with. Moving forward to the next one, though, Passion, they're back on the offense, and they're going towards B this time. More standard setup from them. They pretty much do the same thing every round here. And Timbitz, they're making the adjustment. Trying to get the information. Lots of shots going out, but no kills until Relapse gets the first blood in Zig. Huge kill from them. And they're just swarming around the circle area right now. Seems like Passion just doesn't know when to give up on a site. And just like that, all 3 players go down in unison. And Timbitz, they're now on match point in the map 2. Nice gunfight win there from Relapse. Seemed like Passion, what they probably should have done in that scenario, maybe you would have liked to see them back up a little bit, especially after the first blood. You know that Timbitz is going to be swarming the B site, so maybe back up, try to regain some positioning, try to get a pick, but unfortunately got a little too aggressive and wound up getting picked off. Now Timbitz, they're on the offense, going towards the B site, similar to what Passion just did last round. Dom with the first blood, so that's pretty huge on that AK-74U. But the trade comes through from Frisk, so big pick there. Dom with a second on the round. He's going to get aggressive on Relapse. He's just snaking a little bit, trying to stay alive. 2 versus 3 for Timbitz so that they can try and close this round, close this map out. Bomb is down right on the end of the street. The Timbitz in a rough spot. They're going to wait for Phantom to circle around the back, but this is being read by Passion. We'll see if we can get a pick here. Do they get information on him? They do, but Phantom just backs up. Relapse manages to get the bomb. And now he's going to push up towards Laundry alongside his teammate Phantom. They're just checking to see where Passion went, see if they can get this bomb down. Passion reads that nobody's on A. They're going to quickly rotate to B. Relapse might get some bad timing on the bomb here if Dom plays aggressive. And he does. Gets the kill. Bomb goes down in the meantime. Phantom left in a 1 versus 2. He goes down at the hands of Jay. And the round goes to Passion. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a round 11 on this map 2.
Down to the wire. It's back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, very back and forth so far. These are some beautiful shots by Dom. I imagine he was going up against an AK-74U in that scenario because, especially with the recent patch, 74U can't beam like it used to. But if he was going up against like a Krig, you gotta imagine that's a huge mistake on the side of Timbitz. Passion now on the offense. They're gonna hit pretty aggressively in circle, and Timbitz only has 1 player here. He's gonna try and stay alive while they get the information. Paul watching over him. Lots of damage through, but no kills yet. Some nades going out, and now the adjustment coming in from Passion. Noel, he's going through Zig, try and get a pick. Frisk with the 74U on the van. Gets a huge kill there. Noel's going to have to free things up at the middle of the map, but he gets taken down, so a 2 versus 4. They're going to have to play fairly aggressive here, try to get some picks, try to isolate some 1v1s so that they can even up the numbers just a little bit. But Timbitz, they're not giving them any kind of leeway here. They're not peeking anything right now. Carney in a very rough spot with the bomb. Jay goes down. Carney in a 1 versus 4. Runs into Relapse. Manages to win it. But he's only got 25 seconds on the clock. So pretty much isn't a doable scenario for him unless Timbitz decides to just feed everything to him. And Carney goes down. So Timbitz with the round 11 clutch. They win the map and they go up 2-0 in the series. It got a little close there. But small mistakes on the side of Passion was it's taking the lead in the series. And now if Passion wants to win it, they're going to have to reverse sweep It's going to be a tough one for them.
Absolutely. I mean, we are going to control on raid next. And then I think we have raid again as our fourth. And then afterwards, I think we're sitting on
Moscow.
Yeah.
Game 5. Yep. So okay. Staying in California for the next map. Going on to the control now. With the heavy slaying advantage that Timbitz holds, I imagine that they would have a pretty distinct advantage here in the raid. Of course, raid control tends to be a fairly offensive cider map, especially later now. Now that people have figured out kind of how to play the game mode a bit better, they're starting to figure out the proper way to attack sites. Generally, what you see is that a site, you'll basically get one push on the defense to try and defend it. And if you lose those initial gunfights, then you give up the A site, you let them take the full cap, and then you play for the picks over on B. B site, obviously very difficult to approach, lots and lots of power positions on the side of the defenders. We'll see if Timbitz can get the hot 3-0 here. Reminder, both of these teams are undefeated right now in the league. So Timbitz, they're looking to take that second place position. Passion now in a spot where if they want to stay undefeated, they're going to have to reverse sweep this series. So far, it's been very, very close. Very, very entertaining matches thus far.
I wasn't sure where it was going to go that game, actually.
Yeah.
I'm watching Timbitz play. Like you said, there's just some minor mistakes that we saw at a Passion Party, but Passion Posse, Passion Party. It's been a long week. I think they just need to tighten up their gameplay a little bit. But the skill is there. We're seeing frags out of both teams. They were definitely both hitting.
And we're just getting information now that Dom actually got scanned during that round 11. Now, I think he was already dead by the time he got scan and repair, but unfortunate for him, he got kicked out of the round, wasn't able to make the appropriate call-outs to his team. He's showing some love in the chat right now. So he said, I stopped moving in middle of open, I would hope.
Well, we should figure. I think he was dead already. Yeah, we'll figure that out off stream. We're gonna go into the
gonna go into the raid control very shortly. This should be a really entertaining match. I mean, the series so far, apart from like, let's say the first, minute and a half of the initial hard point, this has been a super tight series, super close. It's the kind of entertaining stuff you love to see on stream. Definitely. Very, very good luck from both teams. And it looks like, okay, I'm just seeing some updated stats right now. I had the incorrect standings, but Timbitz is fighting for that first position spot to take on Passion. So now we go into the control. Passion's going to start off in the offense. And I mentioned earlier, the A site, that's going to be their focus at the beginning here. Timbitz, they're just going to try and get a few kills in the meantime, allow the other team to cap that A site. But if they can get the kills, then they can defend it. And so far, so good for them. 3 kills going their way. Jay, he's just going to back up and try to play his life, wait for his team, but Frisk hunts him down. Now the race is on towards B. Dom manages to win 1, so that's huge for them. They're going to hop on the B side. Now, they're not looking to completely capture this. They're just looking to get a tick or 2. They already have 1 on A. But just absolutely dominant slaying right now on the side of Timbitz. Dom, he's just playing his life in the spawn. This is huge for Passion to try and get them out of their spawn. But unfortunately, he goes down. So just out slaying right now. Up 8 lives already is Timbitz. The match has barely even started. Frisk with a huge kill there. Going to get the second. Cannot do so. So Passion, a little bit of a recovery here. But number 6, that's Phantom. He's just playing around in their spawn. He's got some shots on Carney. Manages to chase him down with the help of his teammate. And now with those spawns, it looks like Passion should be able to cap the A point, but they're in a really tough spot. They're down 9 lives. They're going to have to get some kills, but Phantom, this guy knows what he's doing, and he's on a 7 spree already. Finally gets taken down, but he gets the artillery. That's going to be very helpful when it comes to the B site, especially on those late round caps. Brett's just playing a little bit of spoiler here on the water steps, shutting down the water side push. If you're Passion, you want to see them kind of go mid map, but I mean, there's no time left on the clock. They're trading out some kills. At this time, you just want to see them play their life. Like at the end of that round, I don't really like that push, to be honest. So for those of you who are not super familiar with Control, if this were to go to a round 5, then the side that you get to play on is purely dependent on the kill count difference between the two teams. So if you know you're going to lose a round, like Passion was in that scenario just there, then you're going to want to play your life and try to keep your life count as high as possible at the end of that round, so that should it go to a round 5, you have that advantage. Unfortunately, they don't do that, so they drop quite a lot of lives. Phantom 7-1, Friss 8-3. Some very, very good start from Timbitz. Now they're on the offense, and they're going to go straight towards B off the opening. We see this actually a lot in the CDL. They'll try to go for the opening on B. They'll draw out the rotation from Passion. And then when they spawn up, they'll spawn up right next to the A site. Null with a good flank here, but they're 4 stacking this hill. They've got a tick already. They've got a second tick through. Kills coming through both ways. Last one on hill finally goes down. 2 ticks through, and like I said, they're spawning right on the A site now. They're going to stack this. And from Passion, you don't want to see them get too aggressive. They're going to lose a lot of lives if they try to retake the A site too quickly. Playing it smart. They're just taking control of Art at the moment. But Paul, with the beams, gets a huge 2 there with the Krig. Showing off the diamond camo that he so well earned. Gets the 4th as well. Paul is just, he's tearing things up right now on a 5 streak, looking for some streaks of his own. Phantom with a 2-piece over on the B site, and the cap is coming through. You imagine they're going to get it, and they do. Timbitz I think they just decided, like, enough's enough. Let's just get this game over with. They are flying, and they are dominating in this series.
Doing a fantastic job. That was a decisive round. Having Timbitz just go on, get the 2 ticks on B, who's spawning on A, getting all 3 ticks, and then going for the last one. Like they played so well, and that's all. That's really what you want to see in Control. You want to see, like, yeah, that type of decisive play. They weren't sitting trying to, like, jiggle and bait out of it. They're like, all right, let's just push and hit it. And I mean, even on their trying to hit A site, they have a really nice defense, but just as I say that, they're getting picked off.
The Milano coming out now for Null. Looks like he's trying to change things up a little bit, but Timbitz showing their dominance right now. Paul, he's extended that streak to an 8 spree, so he's got full streaks now. Passion, they're in a really tough spot. Like you said, it was the decisiveness of Timbitz that really led them to win those rounds. And you're basically seeing the exact opposite out of Passion right now. Not a lot of decisiveness, a lot of split pushes. They don't really know what they're doing. They're panicking a little bit. Speaking of panicking, though, Paul takes down one of his teammates with the artillery. Never like to see that. Noel pulls out the Milano, gets a couple of kills there. And now the A site control should go their way. And it does, as Phantom goes down. So you should see a full A cap here from Passion. They only have 2 players on it, but they should get it. Dom's now pushing through the middle of the map, trying to gain some map control. Manages to win the second on Paul. That is huge from him. And now the race to B. They got lots of time, and the life count is about dead even right now. Kills Phantom. A few kills going either way. The water steps kill comes through as well. So full map control now for Passion. You want to see Dom just hang out in that money area and play spoiler. All the kills going the way of Passion right now, but they're not able to get a quick 4 down, so they're not able to stack the point quite yet. But as I say that, 2 huge kills coming through. They're now able to get on the point. They're going to have to watch that money. That's going to be on Dom to win the gunfight. He doesn't. And the pinch coming through in the middle of the map. Friss wins one. Streaks come through to clear them off the point. But the gunfights are still going the way of Passion, so they do have a chance still in this map. Timbitz with a couple of huge kills there. Passion, you're going to want to reset. You have 3 kill life advantage. You still have a minute on the clock. Take your time, go around the back side of the map, try to take this from the back. And they're doing so. Risk's going to take advantage of the situation and push up towards the pool house. As Noel's trying to push through the back, but Paul on the head glitch with the Krig is just too much for him to handle. Jay's going to try his hat at it. Just shots going through from both ways. Phantom with a big gunfight there. And Timbitz, now they're just winning all of the most important gunfights at the moment. They're staggering the spawns of Passion. They're not able to get anything done. Jay is alive in the back, so we'll see what he can do. He's going to want to wait for his teammates to get a couple more picks before he tries to push out. Unfortunately, Frisk, he's getting aggressive in the pool house. Now, Jay, he's going to have to push forward. Another streak coming through. Does get 1 kill. That's Dom's streak. Passion, though, they're on the hill now. Paul pulls out a streak of his own and gets 2. That's where the streaks come in. Absolutely huge to get them off the B site. Paul wins another one. And now Passion, they're just panicking. They're just trying to get to the hill. There's only 6 seconds left on the clock. Relapse gets a huge kill, but Dom with the trades. Passion, they're on the hill. They're contesting it. They're holding the clock tight. It's a 2 versus 2. It's just search and destroy now. It's getting hectic. Jay wins a huge one, but from the middle of the map, that's Paul. He wins 1, can't win the 2nd. And Passion with a huge comeback round there. It got close, but they managed to pull it out and stay alive in this series.
Taking it right to the wire.
This is a very, very tight series. We'll see now. Of course, Passion going on the defender side, so generally the less favored side, depending on how those opening picks go. You can see in the slaying department, they are absolutely getting outslain right now. Paul and Frisk just having the night of their life right now. You'd like to see that because they had a bit slower earlier maps. So just good performances all across the side of Timbitz. Now they're going for a more traditional standard A take off the rip. Paul wins the big first one. Relapse gets the flank. And they should be able to get a tick here on A, if not the rest. Number 2, that's Carney. He's just trying to kind of play his life in the middle of the map. They're going to give up the A site completely. Dom's just going to look for a pick. Spots Relapse, but finally goes down. And Timbitz, they're just winning gunfights all across the map. They're now going to surge through. Noel, he's going to have to play spoiler in the mid. He gets 1. How many can he get? Cannot get the 2nd. Can he get the 2nd? He does. I'm running on a bit of a laggy screen right now, so. But on the B site now is Timbitz. So they're in full dominant control. They just have to win 1 set of gunfights and they'll win the game. 2 go in the way of Frisk. This is a huge gunfight win for Dom if he can get it. Picks up 1 before getting traded out. Timbitz, they don't have full force on the B side, so it's going slow, but the cap is still coming through. The full team is getting there soon. Passion, they're going to have to move. They're going to have to go quick. Can't win the gunfights. And Timbitz, with the dominance and control, they just took over. They just decided, I'm going to grip this game by the neck and take over. Dominant, decisive win from them. And that will earn them the hot 3-0 in the series. Timbitz remaining undefeated so far in the league. And I believe with that win, they're going to take the #1 spot in the standings.